Wait, is my mic on?
Guys, are we really doing this?
Ah, fuck it. Let's just start.
Hello, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Sipping Through Life. I'm Megan, and I'm here with none other than...
DeAnni.
Woo!
And Gaby.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode.
Happy December.
Happy December!
We made it!
I'm
We
so
made
happy!
it.
I'm so happy. I have a week left of school, and then I can just relax and enjoy the holidays.
I am so excited for you.
Me too. I'm so hyped. I'm like, literally only have 2 more projects left. Like,
Bam!
I know. I'm so hyped.
Oh, I'm just happy because it's Christmas. It's the holidays. Like,
I've been listening to Christmas music since, I believe it's like November 1st. It just makes me happy, you know?
Same.
It does. It is a big serotonin boost. I have to ask you guys a very important question. And I'm
Okay.
going to judge you based on your response. But that's okay. Just know it's going to happen.
Great.
Okay. When you decorate your house, inside or out, do you use white lights or colored lights?
White.
No!
White.
So, okay, wait. My Christmas tree has white lights,
Okay.
but
Okay.
I do have, like, colored lights, you know, around, like, you know, the little banister that
Yeah,
divides
oh.
my dining room. So, like, that's the Christmas, like, colored lights there.
Okay.
Why are you making that face, DeAnni?
Okay, here's my thing. I love colored lights outside because it makes your house look like a gingerbread house. But I'm dating a man who loves white lights outside because he says it looks like Home Alone and it's like snow is on the ground. And I'm like, so this is going to be like a point of contention when we start to decorate. Because last year we did white lights, but this year I'm standing my ground and we are going to do colored lights. Feliz Navidad, come on.
I am Team Noah. I am Team Noah. I just think that like white lights look cleaner and like just it's like very simplistic. When I think of like colored lights, like my mom did it a lot when we were kids, but like now that we're older, I think that I just think white looks just like clean. But
So I'm a child.
yeah, but when I have kids, maybe I'm not even actually going to say that. No, I probably will not do colored lights when I have kids. Like I don't even want them to have like the loud toys and crap when I have kids.
Here's a book.
Yeah. I will say with the girls, I thought they were going to be all about the Christmas tree with the lights and the ornaments. And like, they are more interested with the colored lights on my banister than they are my tree.
Oh, okay.
Knew it.
So
It's because
I don't
they're
know
so
if it-
young.
yeah. So it's like,
So it's
I'm
just
just like,
like,
Ryland, I'm
it's
like, we should have
appealing.
done colored lights.
Yeah.
But I have been a firm believer. I do like white lights.
Thank
on
you,
my tree
Gaby.
now.
Thank you,
On my
Gaby.
tree. On my tree.
Yes.
Because I think it just looks bright. It's just like, You know what
Oh,
I mean? But
you
no.
guys. Fine, I'll
so
stand
sorry.
alone. I'll stand alone. I will
But I
find
like
my
colored
people.
lights. I do still like colored lights. But I was told by Haley and Ryland that it's tacky.
Oh, those motherfuckers who called it tacky. Rylan, I'm
DeAnni.
coming right
It's
for
tacky.
you.
It's
not
childish.
tacky.
It is.
That's my childhood you're talking about, okay?
Okay, you're
Exactly.
literally
You were a child.
Yo,
You
you're
are
talking.
no longer a child. You're an adult.
Have you seen my mother's house with all the 500 blow-ups? We are the definition of tacky. Okay.
Oh, can we get into blow-ups?
No, I will say I hate blow-ups. They are tacky.
Oh my gosh.
I hate them so much. My mom is like trying to pass them down to me, and I'm like, no, mom, I'm tacky, but not to this level. You know what I mean?
I think if they're small enough, I think you can make it look cute.
Gabby, I have like 50 blow-ups in front of my house growing up.
It's festive.
It is. It really is. You know who has to hoist those blow-ups from the basement? Me and Tina and Jen and Mike. God.
Yeah, no. The people who live like in a neighborhood down the street from me, I think that they're having some type of competition with like how many items
did
they can
that.
put in their yard because it is appalling. It is
Oh.
appalling. It looks so like cluttered, and it stresses me out.
Yeah.
It stresses me out.
I just could not imagine the electric bill.
Oh, it's a shit ton.
Yeah.
It's a shit
Like-
ton.
See,
just
Gabby,
even
you
our
are an
electric bill.
adult. You're thinking
You
about
are. Guys, like me and this one neighbor got like so competitive over lights that their little sons, we can't prove it, but I know it, used to come and cut our lights. And so we would have to go outside and restake our yard. Like we used to draw out the grass, so like our whole entire house was outlined, and we would just come and there'd just be a clean cut right down the middle, and we knew.
That's
It was
sick.
them.
That's not very, you know.
No, it was not holly jolly.
It's not
That's
Holly
not
Jolly.
neighborly.
Yeah.
No. But whatever. I respect the game. You know what I mean? Hate
Yeah.
the player. Respect the game.
A little stressful.
Yeah.
Well,
all right,
guys, should we get into what our sip of the week is this week?
so yes, please.
Yes. Our favorite Starbucks holiday drink?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to go first?
Can I go first?
will. Oh, who said that?
Megan.
Oh, go ahead, Megan. Sorry.
Okay, sorry. Sorry, like this is kind of a big moment for me. I love this drink. I wait year round for this drink. And it's so basic, and I don't care. The peppermint mocha. Beautiful. So good. Thank you for your reaction.
For me, mine is kind of similar. I think it's like the white chocolate peppermint mocha. Really good with like extra whipped cream I get on
Oh,
it.
the toasted white chocolate mocha.
Yeah.
I'm
Really
on
good.
the website.
Yes, really good, really good.
You getting something ordered, Megan?
No, not today.
Oh, I might go drive by later. Now I'm thinking about it.
Well, you have a drive-through, dude.
I've got 2 drive-thrus by me. It's fantastic.
Wow, that's
And they're
great.
both like equal distance from me.
I
so it's
actually
awesome.
hate you.
But best for last and probably the most basic one, and it's fine.
Oh.
It's the gingerbread latte. It's simple. And it's
I've
delicious.
never had it.
It's Christmas
I've
in
never
a
had
cup.
All right, I'm going to get it next time. It's really good.
It's good. I feel like it's not overpowering. It's not too much. It's just like a nice little holiday cup of joe.
Okay. Do you know what I found out about my peppermint mocha?
Oh, God, what?
It's just a grande, right? Just like a grande, you know, just middle ground, nothing too big. 63 carbs in it. 63 carbs in a drink.
Wait, how? I'm confused.
I don't understand. Like, where does the carbs come?
What's your drink again?
Peppermint mocha. DeAnni, I don't want to see that face. Let me pull up yours. 57 carbs.
I'm gonna be okay, but I'm gonna
Why
be
would you
honest.
tell her, though?
I'm sorry. I found out and I was
I don't
like
drink
devastated.
Starbucks. I don't drink Starbucks all that often. Like, I feel as though Starbucks is kind of like overpriced
It
for
is.
the amount of the beverage that you're getting in the cup.
I will say,
If
okay,
that makes sense.
Megan, it's
I didn't say
okay.
anything.
I
I
can
didn't say
see it on
anything.
your face.
I didn't say anything.
The hurt, the pain you're feeling. I can feel it, okay?
First,
but
the
I
white
will
lights.
I will say though, if you get like an ice drink from there, you can ask for light ice.
Right.
So you have more drink.
Or no ice and put the ice in at home.
Bam.
right.
You got to cheat the system. You know what I mean? You got to really get in there, know how it works.
But DeAnni's right though. It is very overpriced.
It is.
And
but
it's like, come on, you're a corporation. Like, you guys make a ton of money. Bring the prices down a bit.
okay, but like for that one moment of like your serotonin just like increasing, like skyrocketing, like I'll take that. You know
I think
what I
it's
mean?
the caffeine. I don't think, like, don't tell me it's not
No.
Starbucks. It's just the
No.
caffeine.
No. I feel so happy when I pull out of that parking lot with my Starbucks. I'm like, ooh, we're going to be productive today.
And I will say, with my bacon Gouda sandwich,
Oh,
don't even get me started on that breakfast sandwich. I can have it any time of the day. And thankfully, the 2 drive-thrus near me sell it all day.
dang, I'm about to move. I got to move. My location isn't prime for Starbucks.
I
you
know,
what
and
I mean?
in all honesty, like, I'm surprised you guys don't have one closer to you guys that is a drive-thru.
It's honestly like it's a sin. I don't know any other word. I'm going to have to email Ralph Northam. Is that our person?
Our governor?
Yeah,
That's
but like
who you're going to email
who-
about Starbucks.
No, but like who would I email for the city of Fairfax? Like the mayor? Do we have a mayor? I
don't
someone
know.
find me an elected official so I can complain.
I think you
DeAnni.
just need to talk to the CEO of Starbucks, and I'm pretty sure they'd make something happen for you. Nope? Okay.
Maybe. You know where Coal and Fire is, DeAnni, by your house? No?
I think that's a
Okay.
no.
Oh. Well, that was supposed to be a drive-through Starbucks, and they changed.
Oh.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm still here.
Okay, we're good.
My Wi-Fi is messing up. Give me a second. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we can cut it in post. Okay, so hi, Gaby.
Oh.
I don't know if we want to keep this in the podcast, but if we do, I'm going to take a sip of water. And listeners, I'm so sorry.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh, that's good.
That gulp was for you, Haley, if you're listening.
Adder. Okay.
Who
Now we
the
wait.
fuck is on the internet? Oh my gosh.
Dude, he died. Oh my god. Dude, his last episode is Christmas. It's
Why would
Christmas.
you tell someone that?
What do you mean? It's known it's public news that like his last episode he recorded was for the Christmas special. And I will always
love you.
Okay, Whitney, go off.
Love you. I will always. That's my song, dude. Get me on a road trip. I'll be belting it. Not well, but I'll be belting it.
Shit, I'm trying to think like what's my road trip anthem? I don't know. Oh my god, did you hear Billy's new song?
Billie Eilish?
Yes.
I think so, but I thought it's been out.
No, it just came out like last Friday.
Just kidding. Then clearly I'm not in the loop.
Bitch, I'm about to send it to you. I think
I'm
therefore I am.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what is going on. Can you guys hear
Okay.
me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you now perfectly.
Okay, I don't know. Am I glitching? Fuck.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good.
Hold on.
Nope, now you glitched.
Oh no. Oh man, this was a good episode too.
Is somebody on?
So well. Are you listening to it?
No.
Oh bitch. Oh bitch. It's so good. Uh-oh. Okay. Should we stop our recording?
I don't know.
Disconnect from the Wi-Fi for like 30 minutes.
Say, keep it going.
Okay, I mean this is you're editing this episode.
Oh, fuck, dude. Let me trade you.
I am so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hi DeAnni, welcome back.
Somebody
girl?
was connected to my like Wi-Fi thing in my house, and when I record, I'm like, nobody connect to this particular Wi-Fi. My
But
thing
you
is
back.
still going though. I didn't stop.
Okay.
Okay,
Us
well, then
too.
that works. Us too.
So
We
let's-
didn't stop it.
Yeah, so we'll just clip in right here or before, like when you
Yeah.
came back. And wow, that's on live television. You know what I mean?
Just kidding. I
Right.
take it back. I think I want this episode.
Pain in my ass.
I mean, we didn't
Fine,
stop
take
recording, so we're good.
Yeah. Okay, so we're back.
Sorry,
We're
guys.
back.
I had Wi-Fi problems.
Let's start at yeah. There we go. 15 minutes.
What
in.
did we?
I don't know. We were just talking about the drink.
Yeah, you
And
guys
then
were talking about
DeAnni-
Starbucks. I was quiet.
Yeah, you missed us singing.
Oh. Oh, cool. What'd you guys sing?
What did we sing?
Whitney Houston, I will always love you. Don't question it
Oh,
like that,
classic.
Megan.
Sorry. Then we talked about Alex Trebek.
Yeah,
sad
we were
news,
waiting for
sad
you,
news.
and I started singing the song, and then we
For
we
Jeopardy.
got
She was like,
sad.
doo-doo.
Yeah.
And I was like, Gabby, too fucking soon.
Random, but talking about Whitney Houston, did you see Bobby Brown? His son died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
28,
sad.
I think. 29.
Yeah.
Like
Apparently
it's
he
just
was
sad.
experiencing like flu-like symptoms or something like that. But they said it wasn't COVID. So get your flu shots,
Okay.
people.
Oh, goodness.
Because
I got
there's
mine.
nothing worse
Yeah.
than being infected with COVID and the flu.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go get mine. You just scared the shit out of me.
You should get your
Sorry.
flu shot.
I got
Okay,
mine.
sorry. Okay, Holly Jolliness, please.
Okay.
Okay, guys, I thought today it would be really fun to talk about, like, how to, like, navigate the holidays with your family. So, like, how does that look for you guys? What conversations do you want to avoid? What are things that, like, just, I don't know, bother you about the holidays? Like, we're such a happy time, but it's also a stressful time to be around so many different types of people yes, this is the pandemic, so we're not going to be around a lot of people, but you're still, around some family, I'm sure.
Right.
I don't know who wants to start.
I mean, I guess I'll speak for all the singles out there. All the singles, come on close. I would say
Huddle in.
that the most annoying conversation to have, well, okay, I'm going to say the perpetually single people. Because if you're just like, this is the first holiday that you've been single, it's probably nobody's going to bring it up to you. But if you're like me
True.
and you've been single like your entire life, the conversation somehow always goes to like, oh, so are you talking to anybody new? Any prospects? Anything like that? It's just like, no. First of all, we're in a pandemic now. So
I'm not.
Who the fuck am I supposed to be talking to? But second of all, it's just like, if I was talking to someone, you guys would know. So if you know nothing, then just assume the answer is no. And thank you for coming
It's
to my
also
TED
like
Talk.
not based on who you're dating.
But that's
Yeah,
so true, though.
it's like-
Go ahead, Megan. Sorry. I feel like we're going to say similar things.
No, it's like you're not based on who you're dating. Like, ask me something of importance about myself, and if I happen to mention that I'm with somebody, well, then great, let's celebrate that. But if not, like, shit, ask me about my friends or what I'm doing, and like, the important stuff.
Like, a man does not define you. Like, having,
Or
or
a
a
woman.
woman,
Or a
having
woman.
someone does, I'm sorry, yes. I'm talking like DeAnni's point of view.
No, yeah.
Like,
Yes.
It doesn't define you. If you have someone, fantastic. If you don't,
Yeah.
fantastic. It's
Right.
okay.
It's also like you're around people in the holidays that are in relationships that are bad, and you're just supposed to be like, hey,
Let's
how you
pretend
guys
this
doing?
isn't a toxic relationship.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
but
It's like, shit, I'd rather be
I feel like
single
DeAnni
then.
made a
Like,
great
for real.
point, though, that it's like, if I haven't brought someone to you or mentioned it, then clearly, like, there isn't someone worthy enough to meet my family yet. Take it
Or
at that,
just,
that it's like,
I don't want to talk about it. Like,
yeah, or that.
Yeah.
sometimes people are like so new in relationships, or it's like so early, or they're just private and they're like, I'll let you guys know. It's almost like when people are just like, if you've been in a relationship for a long time and people are like, oh, like, when you guys gonna get married, when you guys gonna get engaged, like, that's none of your business. It'll happen when it happens.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly.
Well, before we move on, like just talking about singles during the holiday, what do you guys think of like a holiday? I watched the movie on
Oh,
Netflix.
I haven't
I
watched
you
haven't
seen
seen
it?
it yet.
Oh, okay. It's like a subpart
Yeah.
movie, you know what I mean? But the idea is that like you just find a person to bring over for every holiday. You're not dating them, and they're just like single like you, and then you have a holiday, and then your family can't get on you. What are your thoughts? Would you ever do that?
So I'm going to tell you why my answer is no. Because I feel like if
Okay.
you're from like a normal family, they may just be like, oh, like, this is just a friend or whatever. But like in Black families, it's literally like, oh, where's your little friend? Oh, and who is this? And how long have you guys been quote unquote friends? And it's just like, no, I'm not. So I'd rather just not bring anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
I
my
wouldn't do it
family's,
either.
like-
It's like, because then you
My
have to
family's
like,
like low key a little crazy, and they're not going to take offense to that because we all know it. And so I just feel like it's a lot to expose to someone around the holidays.
Yeah.
My crazy family, like,
well, that's so true. And then you have to go to their
Right.
family's holiday. It's like, this is now a lot of work when I could just eat
I
my
think
food
the thing
alone.
is, too, though, like, if you don't see them during any other holiday,
what's the
but
point?
the holiday, and it's like, you don't see them on social media, you don't see them on anything, like, how is that supposed to be believable?
Yeah, it's not believable.
True. I mean, like, spoiler for the movie, but like, they fell in
course
love.
they did.
Like,
It
oh, who would have seen that? Yeah, I know.
But
Oh, but Gabby, how do you navigate it now? Now that you have a family of your own.
my parents got divorced when I was really young. I was 3, 4. So growing up, I was always pretty much told where I was going to be for the holidays. So when I turned 18, that was definitely, it wasn't even being in a relationship that I needed to learn, navigating that. It was, like I said, me turning 18, and I was basically able to choose where I was going to go. I did, for Thanksgiving, I kept it the same way that I was like, I would go to my mom's in the morning, or whoever parent I wasn't with, I'd just go to them in the morning and then spend like actual Thanksgiving with the family I was assigned to, I guess, that day.
Okay.
So I kind of just kept it that way. You know, once I turned 18, my mom and stepdad, they eat pretty early in the day, more lunchtime. So I would just go there in the morning, and then afternoon go with my, at the time, you know, my stepmom and my dad, when they were still together. But now, you know, like I told in the last episode, like I still do the same thing. I go to my mom's in the morning, and then now we just go to Ryland's parents afternoon, because they do like more of a dinner. So it works out great. Holiday wise, it was hard, especially now, even because my dad and stepmom got divorced. Yeah. It turned into, at one point, I mean, it was still 3 families that wanted to see us. So, as I think I've talked about it too, my stepmom lives in Pennsylvania now. So that makes things a little bit easier, but still tricky in the same sense that we just plan a weekend to go see them.
That's cute.
So we spend like the whole weekend, you know, we'll make cookies, we'll have, you know, she'll make great food. It's almost like Christmas just kind of came early, but we don't open gifts. Like we still wait for like Christmas to open the gifts. We just exchange them there. But then for like holidays, like Christmas Eve, typically Christmas Eve we'll spend at my mom and stepdad's, because in Hispanic culture, like I feel like Christmas Eve was always just bigger. You know, we celebrate, you know, we'd open gifts at midnight, all that fun stuff. But we'll just do like a meal, spend time together. And then Ryland's family actually does a pretty big Christmas where like his dad makes like eggs Benedict and like crab cakes, like all this stuff. It's delicious. So we'll probably just, you know, open gifts here and then just head over to his parents and just hang out there. Yeah. It is. It's for sure busy, and it's like it's a lot of planning, but you have to talk about it. I don't think like leaving it last minute, and you have to be like, in a weird sense, like assertive. This is, you know, Ryland's family is amazing. Like they're so understanding that they know it's already tricky with me having so many families to spend it with, that they're like, just let us know. You know, what are your plans? And not saying that my family's not like that, but I think it is. Their feelings do get hurt more in the sense because it's like, obviously they do want to spend time with me equally. Like they don't want to have to cut time. And now there being another part of the family, it does get hard. But I feel like I'm respectfully assertive that it's like, I can't be in all the places where you guys want me to be. Like this is the time I can do it. And if you don't like it, I'm really sorry. But that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like this is all I can give to you right now. And if like you want to see me, then you'll make time and like appreciate that I'm even giving you this time to like
it's certain family.
See the girls.
It's not everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's like hard when you start blending like your families together and like your partner's families together. So with my family, like we're a family that has so many traditions, and like we take these very seriously. Like we have to do like cooking the night before on like whatever, the 23rd, like we just have so many set things. And if like we're not there to do them, like, you know, people get like offended. And my mom's like, where are you? Like, this is what we do. But it's also like, I come with Noah, whose family is so relaxed and like so chill, like, and which is awesome. But it's like, sometimes I can overshadow his family because I'm like, okay, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do that. And then it's like, oh shit, like what do you want to do with your family? So we have like a great system now since we're like 8 years in, but Christmas morning, Noah and I will wake up and we'll do like our own gifts together at our house. Then we'll go to his parents' house and we'll do a breakfast. And we always watch White Christmas because it's like their favorite movie. And it's so funny because like my family did not grow up watching White Christmas. So it's like, I'm like, oh God, this movie's so old. But it's like cute. And so we do like presents with them. And then we go over to my mom's house and we do presents with my family. But it's like so funny because I'll be at like Noah's parents' house at like 10 and my brother Mike will be like, where are you? We want to open gifts. Like, come over here right now. I'm like, dude, you're 17. Like, chill out. But like, people still like, they revert back to being like, you know, like a child. Like, you want to like, So I get it. Like, you kind of do have to be strict with like your time. Like, I'll be like, oh my God, I don't want to rush like Noah's family's Christmas, but like my family's waiting. I can relate
with that because I'm grateful for Ryland's family in a sense because I think because they're so laid back, it's like, I know that it's like, I can just say I'm going there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's so nice. Like, I love going to Noah's house because it's such a different vibe than my house. Like, it's so relaxed and, like, we just drink, like, hot cocoa. And then I get to my house and, like, it's, like, freaking chaotic. Everyone's screaming. I'm like, oh, my God. But now, like, we've actually combined our Christmases. So, like, the Rudisons will come over on Christmas Eve for dinner at my house. Yeah, and we do Thanksgiving together. So it's really fun. But once you get into a relationship, like, balancing like all the family traditions does get kind of hard, but it does make it really special because then you're like, oh my God, I'm a part of your family now. It's like, it's cool.
Yeah. I was gonna say, when it comes to like planning the holidays, that's something that I am nervous about getting in a relationship for, because I just feel like, you guys know I'm very type A, I'm very OCD, and like Christmas is my favorite holiday. So the thought of splitting Christmas and doing someone else's like Christmas traditions like stresses me out so much. Like, my family, we do Christmas, like we wake up Christmas morning, we open our gifts from Santa. Yes, my mom still writes Santa on the back, even though we know it's like her and my dad. Then
what are you talking about?
Yeah, what do you mean? Santa's
right. Oh,
real.
I'm sorry. Right, correct. Santa is very alive and very real. So then we get ready and we go down to my mom's side of the family. And my mom does this like weird thing, which my sisters and I have always complained about. Like, we are Black, but we do not celebrate Kwanzaa. And my mom always makes us wait until the day after Christmas to open our gifts from each other. Always.
Oh, wait, I didn't know
like
that.
The 26th, sometimes the 27th, we will open our gifts from each other. And we finally like had we were fed up like a couple of years ago, and we're like, why can't we just open them all at once? And she was like so emotional. And she's like, it just like, I think it's because it like makes the Christmas season like feel a little bit longer. I don't know.
That's exactly what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
But just just
It lasts.
Can we please just do this? I like to do it the day after or a couple of days after. And honestly, because we've been doing it the 25 years that I've been alive, I'll probably end up doing that with my kids and have no explanation why, because we don't celebrate Kwanzaa.
Blame your grandmother.
Yeah. No, that's what I was just about to say. Like, I don't have children, obviously, but Gabby, it must be like so fun to like create new traditions
for sure.
for your
Like,
girls.
and I use so many from when I grew up that like, it's absolutely amazing. Like, yeah, and
it's like you're in charge.
You know, like I get wrapping paper that like my stepmom would get wrapping paper that was, something that we knew was from them. But then we'd also have wrapping paper that had Santa on it, like pictures of Santa.
Oh, cute.
So we knew that
So
those
smart.
ones were from Santa. So like I've already got those picked out for the girls. Like I have cute little like
oh my God.
The ones from us is like hot pink with like the big fat bulbs on it, like wrapped up. It's really, really cute. And like Santa with like cookies and elves and reindeers. Like it's little things like that.
That's cute. So wait, did your family use like tags, or you just knew by the wrapping paper? We knew from
the wrapping paper itself that it was Santa because Santa was on it.
Smart.
And we each got our own, like me and my siblings each got
smart.
our own different Santa wrapping paper. So we knew like somehow, like, so like my brother, it could be like Mario and Santa, like those ones, like he was into that, or like one was into like, baseball and Santa. Like, I don't know. Yeah. She would organize, like I have pictures and like, I could even like, I'll have to post what I did for the girls last year, and like I'll do something similar again this year. That it's like, I divide all the presents from like these ones. Granted, they do share them all, so it doesn't really matter. But it's like, these ones are Addie's, these ones are Izzy's, and then these ones are like ones that you guys need to technically share. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. That was exciting to do this year, or at least like the last couple years.
So cute. I think my mom like hated me growing up. Because I would make Christmas so hard for her, and I feel so bad. Like I'd be like, literally, I remember being like in 3rd grade, being like, "Mom, you and Santa have the same handwriting.
That's me.
Like that's crazy."
That's me.
Stacy would always use the opposite hand to.
That's so smart.
And like, and then something else she would do, like, the slickness. I don't know how quick she would do it. But she would write us, like, each year letters from Santa. and even like me in high school, I was still getting them because I was like, one year I was like, we were getting close to Christmas and I'm like, where are the letters? And she goes, oh, you want? I was like, yes. Like, and
so cute.
each of us, like, we'd hear a doorbell and
you know,
one of us would go to the door and, you know, she's just somewhere else in the house, nowhere even close. And there would be like envelopes at the front door. And they were all letters from Santa just saying like how proud he was of us, how well we've done this year. Like it was, yeah.
That's
like,
adorable. Okay. Wow.
I can honestly, and like my mom did too. Like, don't get me wrong, but culturally it was very different. You know what I mean? Because, you know, again, my mom's Guatemalan and my stepmom is from Pittsburgh. So it was just the way they celebrate was very, very different. But yeah.
That's awesome. You got to see both sides.
You have so many different like traditions.
That's so awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
that reminds me of like what my mom used to do, Gabby, is that Christmas Eve, Santa would come by. And so I don't know how she did it, but like we would hear the Santa bells and like my whole entire family would be in the living room. And all of a sudden we'd hear Santa bells. And like either one year it would get like dropped down our chimney or it'd be at the front door. And I'm like, to this day, I don't know how she did it. I guess she like probably asked like our neighbor to like drop off a sack of toys, but like honestly that's what sold it for me as a kid. Like the handwriting, I could let it go because I couldn't figure out the night before, so I was like, oh shit. And like they were really cute. Like, you know how you can like track Santa
NORAD, yes,
so whenever he was in our area, that's when my mom would make sure he dropped off the presents. So like she'd be like, oh my god, Santa's in the area, maybe he'll leave a little surprise before he comes back later tonight. And it was fun. Like I can't wait to like do that with my own kids one day.
You see, and the girls are still so young that it's like all the things I named, like I haven't done the letters thing yet because like again, they're still really little. Right. But for presents, we do that. I mean, obviously we leave like cookies and milk and all that. But I don't know. I just loved Christmas. Like everything about it growing up was just so magical. And I don't know. I don't know if you guys feel it, that it's like it's almost gone in a sense. Like the holidays come, like, yeah, you have like you're excited about it, you enjoy it. I will 100% say the second you have kids, like that feeling comes back because like them coming down, like, and like something I've done too every year, like I record the girls, or at least the last 2 years, I'll do it again. I'll record them like coming down the stairs and then seeing the tree and all the presents. So it's like, it's little things that I, you know, like I said, my mom and Stace would do, and it's just like I'm so happy to have that feeling back.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
I could like
so you guys will have that feeling back. Don't worry.
Cry thinking about that because like the feeling like being young and like the excitement around Christmas, and like I know that my mom made Christmas like a big deal, and that's why I love it so much. It's not even like the presents, it's just like the way that my mom decorates the house, it's and the like vibe. The candles and like the smell and like it's so nostalgic. Like I could get emotional about it, but like thinking about having my own kids and like seeing the excitement in their eyes, like I'm excited about that one day. Not anytime soon, guys, but one day.
Like I always same. I always say it's not Christmas Day that is so magical. It's like the whole season leading up to it. It's like that anticipation. You know what I mean? It's so fun.
I love it.
Well, from the Holly Jolly season to Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, episode 3.
Oh,
episode
God.
3. Let's get into it really quick.
Let's do
recap.
it.
I'm trying to think. Okay. I just watched it.
This was the baby shower. They went skiing.
Yes, the baby shower.
Y'all, I can't stand Jen. Still can't.
Yeah, I think that Jen is very
problematic.
I don't know, like, problematic. That's the word, because on one hand, I'm like, well, at least she knows she's extra and she recognizes how extra she is.
True.
But on the other hand, I'm like, you have a whole team of people. Like, I can tell that she is lonely. I can tell that she is lonely.
Oh, for sure.
I was just about to say she's lonely, and like the only way she feels like validation is just like starting fights and just like, I don't know,
and
she's just
and like
bored,
having people like talk about her makes her feel, I think, less alone, because there's no way. And I think in episode 4, which hasn't come out yet, but she talks about the fact that like her husband is gone a lot doing his job, and her son
She called it a
Right.
FaceTime
Yeah,
marriage.
she said it's a FaceTime marriage. And she's like, yeah, like, what does she call it? Shaw Ski Elite, something like that. But like her house is massive. And if she's the only one there, I understand that that's like the example. Like money does not buy happiness. Like if you feel alone.
No.
But her getting mad at Meredith for canceling a slumber party.
Oh my.
Well, and then finding
Man.
out that she hung out with Mary. Like, honey, come on.
That's what.
Can we get into this? Because I was talking to my mom about this. Yes, guys, I made my mom watch Salt Lake City as well. So I was talking to my mom about this, and I was telling her, like, I cannot stand when people get in an argument with someone and then say that their friends can no longer talk to that person. That really bothers me because I'm the type of person where I'm like, if somebody did me wrong, that's my experience with them. But you may have a completely different relationship. And as long as you can respect my boundaries, we're good.
Exactly.
And that's called being mature.
Jen is like, what? Like, she's probably in her 40s. And she's like, pick a side. I don't want you. No, she goes, I don't want you to have to pick a side, but you need to be on my side. So you want her to pick a side.
And then
It reminds me
so
so
much of high school. Yeah.
It's just catty. It's like,
But
y'all, we
Heather
gotta
said
get
it
out
well.
of this
She
stage in our
goes,
life.
everyone needs a Switzerland friend. And I think that's true. Like, but I think that goes back to being mature, that
true.
it's like, I don't see why you want to be friends with this person. I didn't have the best experience, but go ahead, do your thing. Like, it's your choice at the end of the day. I can't dictate that.
I was also telling my mom, I was like, I think that for the most part, I'm kind of like the neutral person. I just don't really like to like confrontation. I don't really like confrontation. But I was telling my mom, I'm like, if somebody does me wrong, let's say somebody does me wrong, right? And you guys decide to still be friends with that person. Cool. Just don't talk about that person around me because you guys know that we don't have good blood or whatever. We have bad blood. But if that person then does you guys wrong, you guys saw what they did to me. So now you guys can decide how you want to move forward with that person. But I just think it's so fucked up for me to be like, well, we can't be friends anymore because you're still talking to that person. It's immature.
Agreed.
Exactly.
Agreed.
Yeah.
It is. It is immature. Like, everyone can make their own decision about who they want to talk to and who they don't want to talk to. And if things get blown up and, like, that person turns out to be a shitty person, well, then we can have a conversation when that happens. But hopefully it doesn't happen. Like, I'm never wishing, like, oh, I hope they, like, are bad. So that you
Like, I
understand where I'm
hope they
coming
screw
from.
you over.
It's
Like,
well,
no,
maybe
I
we're
don't.
just... Yeah, it's like, I can recognize that, like, some people just don't mesh well together. And
I
that's
can
okay.
just relate in the sense that DeAnni's saying, like, how, what, oh, shit, I had a brain fart. Give me a second.
Well, while Gabby's thinking, I was just going to... go ahead.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, but just about, like,
Pin it.
you know, yes, we have bad blood, but I'm not going to, like, I'm going to say my piece to the person, and then that'll be it. Like, don't have that person, don't be talking around the person, or talking about me to that person. And respectfully, like, don't talk about that person in front of me. Like, I wish nothing but the best, but I don't need to know their business. We're not friends. Like, I think in a sense, it's almost disrespecting that person by coming to me whenever it's like, well, you know, we're not cool like that. So don't spread their business
like, don't
to
spread
me,
their
to
business to
someone
their
that
person they don't
probably
like.
don't want me knowing their business.
Exactly. And I don't want them knowing mine.
Gabby,
Mic
yes.
drop.
Period. I was just
Mic
going to
drop.
say, following that, it's just like a reason and a season. We're no longer friends. Our season is finished. You guys, your season is still going. So continue with it. But I'm done. And just let me be. Let me be. Let's work on our friendship and our relationship without that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's focus on you and me.
Right.
We don't need this other one. Yeah.
Another
agree.
thing in this episode that I wanted to talk about was it did make me a little bit emotional seeing Whitney and her dad go to Mary's church, just because when Whitney was saying that was the first time that her dad felt like love, even though he knows that he had sinned, like that just made me emotional because I feel so bad for him that he felt like he couldn't, like he just felt so alone during this like battle. Because drug abuse and substance abuse is a disease. And it was, I don't know, I just feel really bad.
Well, especially knowing somewhat of the backstory of her talking about that it's like her family, I mean, because Heather and her are cousins.
Right.
Excuse me, that, you know, like for Heather saying this was on either side, her divorce was the first in like 4 generations, 5 generations, something like that. So for Whitney, clearly her family, same thing. They were so involved in the church and something you believed in for so long, and you put so much of your time and just effort, love, everything into it, for you to have a bump in the road and them just come at you like you're done, bye, we don't want anything to do with you. I think that is hurtful. And I think that's not fair.
I mean, that's like his support system, the one thing that he leaned on to help him get through the hard times, basically exiled him and told him like what he was experiencing isn't real. Like, this isn't a disease. This is a choice and a behavior you've made. And that's just not the case at all. So he was honestly like alone. It was really sad to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, because I was going to say, like, when Whitney was saying in episode 1, I think she said, like, her parents got divorced and he developed a substance abuse problem, a drug abuse problem, and then the church, like, excommunicated him. So it's like, this religion that I have been born into, it's one of the only constants that I've known in my life. So now not only have I lost my family, I've lost my other source of support, which is my religion. And I just feel like I have no one, I have nothing. And then he did have Whitney, but Whitney was saying, like, she's a mom, she's a wife, like, she's a daughter, but she can't be everything for him.
Well, and she even said that their relationship had changed in a sense from how that was when she was younger and then to this point. Not that she doesn't want to be there for her dad, but it is a drastic change, like you said, when someone is dealing with drug abuse and substance abuse. Like, they're hurting. So it's like there's just so much you can do for that person that they're willing to take in that time.
And I think that's why I got so upset with Jen, is that, like, she couldn't recognize that, like, that moment was for Whitney's dad. That's why she went to the church that Mary's at. Like, but yet you are preaching that everyone needs to be respectful about your aunt, which, yes, they should, but you can't look past another person's pain. Like, she's just so
And I'm sorry, can we go back to the aunt?
Like, selfish.
Can
She's
we
just
go back
selfish.
to the aunt and hospital situation? Because if that was me and had a really rough day and somebody was like, oh, like, it smells like hospital in here, would I be, like, upset or offended? Yeah, but I think I would just say, like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, I just came. It probably smells like hospital because I just came from the hospital. Does anybody have any, like, perfume or body spray? And, like, just dead it right there. Like, you don't have to turn it into this big issue. And if Mary is really that sick at the smell, if I was Mary, I'd be like, oh, I completely understand what you're going through. And I would have politely excused myself from the dinner.
Yeah. I mean, what the problem was that they both lacked communication and explained where they were coming from. Like, it was rude of Mary to say that. It was. But it was also, like, Jen should have been like, oh, like, why is it so triggering for you? Like, let's explore that. Like, don't just assume that she's just being rude. Because if it is your friend, like, if one of you guys had said that to me, I'd be like, oh, I'm really sorry this is upsetting you. Like, why does the hospital smell, like, upset you? And then, like, oh, now I know it's coming from a place of your own trauma, not just, oh, fuck you, I hate that smell. Like, if they had just talked to each other, this whole fight could have been avoided, but they're both so petty. And no, the problem was they both wanted to be right. No one could apologize. Just take ownership. Be like, I fucked up. I said that, and that's not what I meant, okay? And you made the assumption, rightfully so, that happens in miscommunication, but this is where I was coming from, and I'm sorry that it hurt your feelings. Squash it. That's it.
I will say, though, I think Jen has a lot more to learn, in a sense, like, just because of how she was acting and talking too, like how she talks. And, you know, again, yes, I understand she's very lonely and that's a pain that she's dealing with.
Yeah. But we don't make excuses for people
especially whenever, like, whenever they went skiing. I know this is, like, so little and petty, but, like, she was talking, like, you know, it was her, Mary also, and then Lisa on, like, the, I guess what do they call it? The bunny shoot? I don't know.
The bunny.
Yeah. And
shoot.
Something.
The bunny slope.
The bunny something. Yeah,
When they were hitting the slopes.
Bunny slopes. There it is. I'm like saying shopes. I'm like, that's not it. Anyways, but like she's like, yeah. Well, I thought we were gonna race. Like, I want to win. And like the guy was like, skiing's more like about fun, not about winning. And she's like, not to me. It's about winning. And it's like, hun, like that perspective, I feel like is very toxic.
Very.
Like always having to be right, always having to win, always having to just all that. Like, yeah.
I mean, maybe she's just trying to like find some control because her relationship is so
that's
out
very
of control.
true.
So these are like the things that she can like handle. It doesn't make it right, but I'm just trying to understand like her point of view.
Yeah.
I want to get to know Mary.
Yes.
The fact that she like finally opened up to Meredith and was like, yeah, I kind of feel like my marriage is more of just a partnership. Like, and I think that that's an interesting thing to talk about and to see on reality TV, because I feel like so often you see these marriages where people are like they said, like 20 years in, like, oh, everything's perfect. My family's perfect. My life is perfect, blah, blah, blah. And like when she said like, it was awkward for me in the beginning being married to my step-grandfather. It was awkward for a really long time. Then things got good, which I think happens in relationships. Like, you have the honeymoon phase, you work through it. And then she said, then we had a kid, and everything changed in our relationship. And I became like an afterthought.
Yeah. Well, who was she talking to? Meredith?
Meredith.
Yes. Because that's when she told her, she was like, honey, you can be married for 20 years, but you can't tell me your relationship's at a 9.
Yeah.
And I think that's true.
It's true. And I was kind of frustrated with Meredith, though, because she wasn't really listening to what Mary was saying. Like, Meredith was speaking from a relationship where, oh, I fell in love, we did the thing, da-da-da-da, we're married now. But for Mary, this wasn't that type of relationship.
But Meredith is separated now.
Yes, I know. But I just feel like she wasn't understanding where Mary was coming from. Like, that relationship isn't a regular...
I felt like she was using it as a defense mechanism to try to not bring up the fact that she is separated.
Yes. And she was trying to justify what's going on within her own marriage. So she was very much like reflecting her problems onto Mary when their marriages started off on 2 different playing fields.
Yes.
One was based on love, and one was based on, like, what can I get out of this relationship?
Money.
And so that's why Mary kept saying, she was like, no, we're just, like, partners. Like, we're just this. Like, there's nothing here that can bring us back together to fall in love, because we didn't start out in a place of love.
Right.
Talking, though, about Meredith's separation, how do you guys feel about her husband? Because, personally, like, when they were at dinner, and, like, he's like, look at my phone. Like, go ahead. Like, let me see yours. I'm like, dude, for one, you're at dinner. Why are you doing all that? And, like, even how he talks to her, like, in the interview, like...
It's like, he's like, I would say that
there's a lot of resentment.
I'm overworked and undersexed or something like that. Like...
Yeah, and it's like, why would you say, like... That was the first episode, I think, too. And then, like, he finally showed up in interviews in this 3rd episode. And, like, even seeing them, like, they don't really sit close, like...
They're strange.
Yeah.
And him skipping her birthday. And then when Brooks was talking about the fact that the reason that he left college was because he didn't want his mom to be alone, I was like, Brooks is me and I am Brooks. Like, I felt like that was such like a selfless thing to do, because he knew that this would probably be hard. And when Meredith was saying like, there's no one else in this world I'd rather spend time with than my children, like... And then I'm sorry for Jen to be like, your daughter is in her first semester of college. She doesn't want to hang out with you. Come have a sleepover with me. I'm like, you don't know what the heck her daughter wants to do.
True. Mm-hmm. I do feel bad for Brooks and like the sister though, because it's just like their mom is going through a hard thing, but like if you love your children, they should be going through the normal college, or not college, excuse me, just the early 20s, like what they should be doing. Like I sometimes worry that she's putting too much, like she needs too much support from them.
Oh, okay.
And like that's not their role as a child.
Yeah.
And also it's like now we're picking sides. Are we picking mom or are we picking dad's side? I don't know. I just feel like this could be
I can see
kind
that.
of...
But I think for their age, them being 18,
they are older.
I think 2021
21
for Brooks,
and 24 something like that.
I think I feel like, that gets to a point where it's like you can have more of an opinion. You know and hear and see a lot more than you probably would have when you were 10, 15 or whatever.
Yeah.
Like,
but I still feel like it's unfair to ask the children to like like, no matter how old, they still will always see you as an authoritative person. Like, you're still their mom and dad. Like, I don't know. I think it's just interesting.
But I wonder if
I'm excited to learn more about this.
I wonder if she actually asked Brooks to take the semester off, or if he was just like, Mom, like, I'm just so connected to you. Like, when she was like, your father and I are separated, and he was like, I just want to take this semester off. Maybe it was like a him thing where he was like, I just need some time to process this, and I want to stay home with you.
Yeah.
Very good point. Yeah. And I wish we knew.
I know.
Because, like, I don't want to, like, just make assumptions about this family, but that's kind of what reality TV is.
Oh, for
like,
sure.
You're just kind of, like, pinpointing, like, how did we get here? It's really good. If you're not watching, catch up. Like, this is such a good, like, I don't know, it's entertaining.
It is entertaining. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's so different, okay? Like, we're not focusing on, like, we're, like, throwing a big fancy party and, like, we're so rich. It's like, oh, these are, like, actual issues people have in their lives.
Yeah, divorce, religion, money, all that kind of stuff. So
status.
Yes.
Yep. I will say I want to go to Salt Lake City now.
Me
just
too.
because of the show.
Me too.
Me too.
You guys.
I want to go so
We can go to that
bad.
speakeasy bar.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. This is the plan. We're going to do this.
Yes.
Yep.
Once, we figure out.
Once everything's
Maybe
over.
like next fall or next like winter when COVID's like hopefully like gone, and we can just go and like really enjoy ourselves.
Bam.
Oof, let's hit the slopes.
Yes.
I've never gone skiing, but yeah, let's do it.
Same.
Okay. Well, guys, it's the end of the episode. So don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review, and share our podcast with your closest friends. And then you can follow us on social media. You can follow me at Gaby Colazzo, and then you can follow our podcast at Sippin' Through Life.
And you can find me at Life of DeAnni.
And please give us a 5-star rating if you're loving these episodes. Leave us a review, or honestly, just send us a DM if you want us to talk about anything. We're always here to chat.
Yes. Till next time, sippers.
Bye.
Bye.